Alright, what is up y'all? It's your boy TSM Productions and welcome back to another tutorial. Today in this video I'm going to be showing y'all how to sample videos sort of in that X style, the 17 type style, what he used to do with Shiloh. Very unique style but also very effective, can get some great stuff out of it, so I'm going to be walking you guys through how to sort of recreate those kinds of beats. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first things first, let me show y'all today's wallpaper. This is Graham, Billy, and Mandy from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. If you don't know, it's a great show. Definitely would look it up and go check it out. So what you're gonna do is on YouTube, you're gonna want to find some sort of video to sample. There is hundreds of original song recordings out there. This is one of my favorite artists. Her name's Caroline Manning. Amazing, super talented singer. I'll leave a link down in the description. Definitely go check her out, subscribe to her. Does amazing work, makes amazing content, so definitely make sure you guys go check her out. But yeah, this is the song that I'm going to be sampling today.
You're sweet like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind. Talking to you for a while does something to me. I can't help but smile.
Alright, so that's the song that we're going to be sampling today. I already have it downloaded. I'm not going to show you guys how I downloaded it, but you guys can figure that out on your own, and then once you figure that out, that's how you download the songs. And what you're going to do is we're going to take that file, if it will let me. Oh, I think I already have it in my samples. Yeah, I already have it in my samples. So that is going to be what we're sampling today. Let's go ahead and go into Studio One and make a new project. We'll call this Billy, because Billy is in our background today. Again, we're going to go with the production template. If you didn't see the last video, I'll leave a link down in the description of how to make this production template. It's an amazing tutorial by this guy named Craftmaster Productions. Definitely go check that out. I'll leave a link down in the description. So let's go ahead and load this project up. And then what we're going to do, accidentally already pulled it up, but we got the sample here, and we're going to drag and drop it. It's that simple. Go ahead and make it full screen here. Now, what we want to do right now is find the chunk that we're wanting. I believe it's right here.
You're sweet like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but
so that's right where we're gonna go. Now, you're gonna be using a lot of the split tool in this tutorial, so I would recommend if you click on this, you can make it split tool, and then if you hold down command, you'll be able to just cut like that, and then when you let go of command, it'll go away. Or I guess control, I think it might be control on Windows. I'm on Mac, so it's command for Mac and possibly control for other things, but yeah. And then I want
you for a mind, but I can't get you off my mind. I can't help but smile.
Alright, so that's about where I want it to end, is like right there-ish. Alright, now what we're gonna do, real quick, to give that like lo-fi element, we're going to take the whole sample and bring it down, let's say 5 semitones. Should
You're sweet like honey, nice and divine.
So basically what we want to do now is set a file tempo.
You're sweet
If
like
you didn't know, you can just tap out on the little tempo button and it will set the tempo for you.
A smile, can't help but.
Alright, it gave us 101 just to make things a little simpler. I'll set it to around 100. Now we're going to get into chopping up the sample. I'll walk you through it a couple times and then I will do the rest of the chopping myself, show you all the results after. So let's go ahead and get into that. When you're doing this, you should it's probably best to go by the piano hits. You can see if you double click on the sample, it'll come up bigger and you can see the waves a lot more precise. So I want this piano hit, this first one. I want that piano hit right there. You can hear it and see it. I want that to hit on the second beat. So we're going to drag it back and have that hit right there on the second beat. Or second measure.
You're sweet like honey, nice and divine.
Now, in order to get this next piano hit right there to line up with this third measure, that's what our end goal is. So what we're going to do is cut it, and then once we've cut it, we can take this and instead of just cropping it down, you can hold down Alt and it will go into a time stretch thing, and you can time stretch the sample back. Gotta turn on this to make it go exactly on. So that will time stretch it down and keep it on tempo. Then we're gonna do the same thing right there. So that one should have stayed on time. Let me actually go ahead and cut this one and do the same thing. This way. Alright, that way they'll both hit right on. What you want to do is keep this as precise as possible. So just zoom in, and then a trick to get, if you didn't hear, there was like a little click once you time stretched it. Like that little click. The way to get rid of that is you go in real close, cross one loop or one section of the loop over into the next. Then you fade this one out and this one in. That makes, as you can see, like a little cross pattern, and it makes it the waves flow in a little smoother. And then that gets rid of nice and divine. See, that one still has it. So we're gonna go in here and do the same thing right here. We're gonna zoom in, bring that side of the loop over. Oops. Bring this over here, this over here. That should.
Nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I'll
do one more.
That
one's actually like right on time. So just to make it a little easier, we're gonna go ahead and cut that real quick just to know that's where that is. We'll do one more. This is where that piano hit is. You can see the spike and you can kind of hear it if you follow along. We're going to cut that right there. And then if we click on this one, hold down Alt, we can time stretch it back all the way to 5. We have it right on time. And we're going to get in here, take this, bring it across, do the X method, like so.
Get you off my mind.
And you are sometimes going to get a little bit more of that click like still in there, but the drums will really cover that up, and with an EQ you can get completely rid of it. So that's really nothing to worry about. What we're worried about is getting rid of those clicks. We'll get rid of this one too. Alright, so I'm going to speed up the video and go ahead and do the rest of this sample, and I'll show y'all what happens with it when I get done. Alright, so next, we have to turn this into a loop to be able to duplicate a few times. So usually in order to return that back into the beginning, a good place to start is just this last little, or a place I like to start is just this last little 2 bars, or 2 beats of the last measure of the loop. And on this it works out especially well because that's when she starts hitting it multiple times. So if we cut this, and actually I think I'm going to do this. Let me get rid of that. If I cut out that last piano hit and then time stretch this to that beat, that will make it last. And then what we're gonna do is the last little bit of this. We want that starting at that sweet like honey part. I think I'm going to do this real quick. What we can do is cut that right at the sweet like honey part. Now we have this little part starting right here, the sweet like honey part. That's the part we want. So we're going to put it in like that, and as you can see it goes over. Really simple. All we got to do is do that time stretch. Let's listen to how this transitions.
We like her.
I think I'm actually going to do this.
You're sweet like her. You're sweet like her.
So now that we have that, if we were to put this part right here, this beginning of the loop, this is how you test it. You just put it right there.
Honey, sweet like honey.
That flows pretty nicely. Now, what we want to take care of is,
Like honey.
we have that there, but if we go to the end, we're going to want to take care of that little bit where it pops, like
Honey, nice and like honey.
so that doesn't pop a whole lot, it doesn't seem like, but let's go ahead and make that.
Honey, nice and even.
Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to highlight a bunch of, or this whole section except for this beginning intro part, and that is going to end up being our loop since we have that full section. So what we're going to do is we're going to merge them all together if you just right click. And now if you're wondering how to get them all to be like a separate audio file, all you have to do is right click again and bounce the selection.
Oh, I smile.
And now you have a loop that flows together very nicely.
We like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind.
So we have that now. So next, what we're gonna do is add some effects. First thing, we're gonna EQ it. Now when EQing the samples, to get rid of that last little bit of pop,
You're sweet like honey,
it's usually a good idea to take
nice
off
and divine.
a good amount of the
You're sweet like honey, nice.
a good amount of the high end, because that's where those pops occur. And then usually I like to also bring up
You're sweet like
instruments are
honey,
and
nice
where
and
the vocals are.
divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind.
Especially that low end, that makes it really give it like a wider sound later on. Next thing, these loops tend to have a lot of reverb. So if we go into our room reverb like this, I'd say you turn the pre all the way down. That way there's no delay when it's hitting.
Sweet like honey.
Then we'll turn our wetness a little bit up and the size of the room a little bit up.
You're sweet like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind. Talking to you for a while, do something to me I can't help but smile.
That really gives it a little more ambience, kind of tying it together. So yeah, that should be about it for our loop.
You're sweet like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind. Talking to you for a while, do something to me I can't help but smile.
So get the idea. That's basically our loop from this point on, and now we're going to build the track around that loop. Starting off with drums. First thing, one of the most important parts of these kinds of beats is the kick. So let's go into our kick samples. Okay. Now, also a lot of these beats, the kicks are really like thumpy and really deep. So, in order to do that, we're going to have to EQ it and raise the lows a lot like this and cut out any highs we have. Just like that. That's actually the kick I'm going to go with. Alright, let's go ahead and make a kick pattern.
Nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind.
It's very nice. Let's go ahead and get a snare in here.
Nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind. Talking to you for a while, do something to me I can't help but smile.
Alright, dang. Alright, this is actually the snare we're going to go with, and this is just going to be the basic snare. It's not going to be like a rim or anything. So we're just going to put it on the third beats.
Talking to you for a while, do something to me I can't help
Now, I think at the smile part is when I'm going to bring in the hi-hats, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. Very nice. All right. One of the next things we're gonna do is add an EQ to those hi-hats. It's a kind of EQ that makes it sound really filtered. Something I find is used a lot in lo-fi. I think I'm gonna do just a little bit of the same to the snare. Very nice, very nice. I also want there to be a little bit of reverb on the snare. Probably the last thing I'm gonna do is add an open hi-hat because I think that would sound very nice here. So we're gonna go ahead and add that. Not gonna do anything complicated with it. Very nice. Okay, so that should be about it for this beat. I'm gonna do a little bit more editing and I'll play the full beat at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe for more content like this. I'm posting all the time regularly, so make sure you guys subscribe. Also, I will be starting a Twitch stream very soon. Just gonna be cooking up beats and kicking it, maybe listening to some music. So make sure you guys follow me. The link will be down in the description. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That really goes a long way and it helps you stay notified. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
You're sweet like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind. Talking to you for a while, there's something to me I can't help but smile. I smile, can't help but smile. I smile. You're sweet like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind. Talking to you for a while, there's something to me I can't help but smile. I smile, can't help but smile. I smile. You're sweet like honey, nice and divine. I'm a mess, but I can't get you off my mind. Talking to you for a while, there's something to me I can't help but smile. I smile, can't help but smile. I smile, you're sweet.
TSM Productions.